I'm an actress, and I just wanted to ask you if you had any advice.
Go out there and have confidence in yourself, because if you don't have confidence in yourself, nobody's going to give you that. That has to come from within. So just give yourself that confidence, believe, and again, as we're all talking about, you know, put it out in the universe and say, this is what I will do. Not this is what I want to do, but this is what I will do.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Just manifest it and just believe it to be so and know it and the confidence within you. So actually, to manifest this, you say, universe, thank you for this beautiful acting job. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity to work with this cast and this crew. I'm so grateful for this opportunity. So almost it's as if it already exists and it's happening.
What miracle you can achieve when you believe somehow you will when you believe.
We had this book where we would ask guests to sign something before they came out. And so Jen Aniston writes, it says, I loved being your first guest, so much fun. I'll watch every day for the next 20 years. How about you being almost dead on?
I was so close.
Yeah.
And it all started, this is what I love. Everything started from you tweeting this tweet in 2014.
Yeah.
Hey Marvel, great job with Captain America and Thor. Now how about an Asian American hero?
Yeah, for sure. You know, I tweeted in 2014, and I was like a struggling actor. I was handing out dog food samples on the side of the road in Toronto, and I had absolutely no idea it was going to happen. And it was just kind of a facetious thing that I tweeted. And you know, what's happened in these next few years has just been pretty incredible, pretty insane. So I'm still pinching myself every day, to be honest.
And this is why I'm always try to keep mine positive. I try to bring the light to the situation because that darkness is pervasive, man. And this is why we have to be so careful about what comes out of our mouth. We have to be so careful about how we talk about ourselves, you know. And I'm saying that about the culture, but I'm saying that about each individual. When you talk about yourself in a way that can be construed or is negative, don't be surprised when negative things come around. That's how it works. This is how the law of attraction works. You know, it's biblical. These are spiritual laws that take place well beyond what you can see with your own eyes, you know?
Show, you sent over a photo of you as a child. Yeah. Was it Halloween or
this was my 3rd birthday party. I asked for the theme to be funny girl, as every 2.5-year-old does. Not Elmo, not the Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
Please, funny girl, to be my
this
theme.
This is you as Fanny Bryce.
Yeah.
Can you believe that this is happening? Can you believe life right now?
I feel like I should teach a class in manifesting, but I don't know what I did. So I wouldn't know what to teach.
Seriously, I mean, I just think it's so full circle and so cool. I saw you in Hello, Dolly. By the way, you were phenomenal in that, and I think you're gonna rock this one. Did you always do musicals as a kid?
I always did musicals as a kid. I was obsessed.
So going back to that moment on that podium, there had to be some part of you. I mean, you are so humble, and I love that, and that's why people love you, but there had to be some part that said, this is the manifestation of what I envisioned as basically a toddler.
Right. There was definitely a part of me that was like, I'll be back.
Yeah.
Watch this space, by the way. And just a part of, you know, it was just such a full circle moment for me because we often say in my team that I have this like uncanny ability to kind of pre-visualize that which I want to see. 4 years ago, when I was writing the children's book we're going to talk about, I was in publishing houses trying to sell the book and saying, I want to be the inaugural poet in 2021. And whether you believe that or not, that's going to happen, and we need to get this book out for children. And I look up and I'm talking to Penguin Random House, like, remember 4 years ago when I said
called
this?
it.
We called it, and I think it's, you know, just really the upbringing that I had. We don't come to play.
Yeah.
We come to win. And when we say we mean to do something, we mean it.
But it's loud. And you said that this is a dream come true to do this show. And I know the story, but tell everybody why.
Because I just think, you know, I just thought there was no chance at all that I was going to get this. And previous to that, I'd said to my rep, my little girl had been very ill when she was younger, and I went out into my garden and I just thought, I'm going to ask the universe for something which is probably unreasonable, but I'm going to say thank you for making my girl better. And it was a terrible time. I don't know if any of you have been through that with your children. And I just said, God, I have to not get emotional. And I just said, could I thank you for what you've given me already, but can I please ask you for something that is close to home so I can do my main role, which is to be mama? And also could I ask that it's something that really shows what I can do? And I hope that's not asking too much. And 2 months later, this meeting came in. Ask the universe.
That's how it works.
It is.
But wait. But what you asked is to close to home, and you're literally like a half an hour. A half an hour from where you were.
Yeah, I just get driven through Richmond Park with all the beautiful deer, and this is going to be a really hard job to top.
Yeah, no, I can imagine.
Know that it's very difficult, and you're still here.
Yes, I am still here. And I don't mean that as a joke. I mean that as an affirmation. Another thing is self-care. Just moments where I am doing what I need to do to make sure that I vibrate at the right frequency. I think often we neglect ourselves. We focus on things in the external, but there's a lot here that needs attention. The other thing I would do is to make sure that you are talking to yourself in a way that is loving and supportive. It became clear to me at a certain point in my life, I've had friendships. I've been a good friend to people, and when a friend is in crisis, I know how to be there for them. I know how to hold a space that looks like listening. It looks like support. I spoke to my friends like I used to speak to myself, I would have no friends. So what I started to pay attention to was how I spoke to myself out loud and in my head. But you can, I think, I judge, control the words that come out of your mouth. So if you do talk to yourself out loud, and I do, make sure that the words are loving and supportive and nourishing. Start the work of being your own best friend.
And if you thought that was incredible, folks, someday you're going to tell your grandchildren that you were watching the live stream when Virgin Galactic and Richard Branson first launched into space. And they'll say, we know, Mima, you've told that story but then you'll say, even the part about Khalid performing the song New Normal for the first time?
I saw that about a month ago. You performed at the space flight launch, which talk to me about that, because that is, like, who does that? Only Khalid.
Thank you. Okay, it was crazy, and I can't even say that it was something that I thought in the back of my mind, yo, you know, it'd be dope if you did this. It just came into fruition. You manifest, you speak things into existence.
Wow.
I'm working on this album. I'm looking at the stars, and I'm looking at the ocean coast every evening. And I'm just thinking about life beyond this earth.
So many things that I'm like, okay, do that, notes this, notes that, and I'm like always in my head. But it's also excitement because I'm finally showing the world who I am completely 360. So yeah, it's a huge range of emotions.
Nerves are a sign of humility as well too, so that's a beautiful thing. What is it that allowed you to say, you know what, now is the time? How did you know now is the time to drop this record?
Well, every time I've been either doing press or doing the shoots for my solo career, it always takes me back to the moment where I'd be like in my room back in Atlanta, like dancing in the mirror, like full going out. And it's crazy because I'm going to actually make that moment on the VMA stage, and it's something I've kind of always seen for myself in my head, and I'm so grateful and blessed